Hello, good evening everyone. It is part 2 of today's real hair revelation. So if you did not view part 1, you're going to want to check out part 1 because this is a special 2-part live event. Part 1, I got in the shower with my clothes on. That kind of party. Got in the shower and I showed you guys how to prep your hair for wash and go greatness. It has been drying all day, and I'm going to take it down now and style it for you guys. This is not how I'm going to wear it, so don't start tripping. I'm going to take it down and style it up for you. So again, if you missed part 1, you're definitely going to want to see part 1 first. It is in this group. If you missed it, you're going to need to click on the videos link in the group. If you are on desktop, more than likely you will be able to find a button at the very top of the group that says videos. If you, are on mobile, I believe that you're going to have to click on, it's another button, but then videos is inside of that. And I can't remember what button it is right now, but I'll post it after this is over once I find it. But there's no videos like button on mobile. You actually have to click on like something else and then it'll show you videos after that, okay? So this is part 2. Hey, Kiana. So I'm going to take my hair down. So I am not able to answer questions about anything that had to do with part 1 on this video because I want to make sure we keep the conversation relevant to what's going on. So again, if you missed part 1, if you missed the washing, if you missed the how to dry your hair, all of that stuff, check out part 1 and leave your question over there. This video is solely for questions about the takedown and the styling portion of your hair. So as you can see, my curls are there, right? And it's been drying all day in that puff. So remember, I told you guys when you, it's important that you dry it with a band in some sort of like high up style because it stretches all of this. Because really when you do a wash and go, you don't want all of this to be super curly because it makes it shrink up. So when this part is stretched out, as you can see, this part of my hair is stretched, but the ends are curly, right? You actually get a fuller, bigger wash and go. Now you guys have seen me do this technique with my hands before. Okay, you're gonna take your fingers, put it into your hair, and you're going to pull, but you do not pull all the way to the root. Okay, you're only going to pull, not going to pull all the way to the ends. You're going to leave your ends alone. You're just going to rake your hair, and this is to create volume and fullness. That's all it's for, okay? Now, you can do the same thing with the pick. The problem I have with doing it with the pick is that because the pick separates the hair so much, you actually don't get very many days out of the wash and go, right? So you may get like 1 day as opposed to like 3 or 4 days because your fingers don't do quite as heavy a job of separating the roots of your hair or pulling those up. Okay, and I like to try and get at least like 3 to 5 days out of a wash and go or any style that I do. Okay, so I'm kind of just pulling and tugging here. So as you can see, this is starting to kind of come together pretty nicely. And I haven't even really styled it yet. I'm just kind of creating volume. Hello from Portland. Okay, you're just going to keep on going into the hair, pulling and stopping, letting go. Go in, pull out, stop, and let go. The whole point of a wash and go, to have it look really, really great, is that you don't want to disrupt the curl pattern. Right? So you want that curl pattern, but again, notice that my roots and all my hair up until like this point has been stretched out really nicely. So a lot of times people say, hey, they don't get a good wash and go on day 1. They have to wait till day 2 or 3. But that's because they're not stretching it out on day 1. And I don't want to have to wait 3 days just for my hair to look good. I want it to look good on day 1, day 2, day 3, and every day that I'm going to wear it. Okay. And personally, I like for my wash and goes to be a little kind of like funky. I don't like it to be like super neat. So I like the fullness and the kind of like, I like for it to kind of look like I woke up like this, right? Even though I know I had to do some work to it. So essentially, that's kind of how I would wear my wash and go. All right. That's what I would do. Now, I've basically just pushed one part over to the side. But if I wanted to, and you guys can see the sides, the sides of it is full, right? You guys can see that. If I wanted to, I could also do something else that I do sometimes, which is take the center of my hair and create like a little pompadour. And I could clip that, and I could just have this kind of out, right? All right, I could do that. You can clip it with an actual clip, or you can use just a bobby pin, and you can just, you literally are just taking the front of your hair and putting it back and then pushing it forward. That's really all you're doing, right? It's nothing fancy. Taking the bangs or the front, pulling it back, and then pushing it forward a little bit, securing it with a bobby pin, and then that's it. So you could do that too, or you could maybe do a center part, which for me, center parts don't really look all that great on me, but some people rock a center part like amazingly well. So you could do a center part. And there's all sorts of other things that you could do. You could decide to put it up in a puff, right? So you could take, let me find a looser one. You could take another band. I don't think I have any loose ones here. You could take a band, and you could pull it up like so. You could just rock the puff, right? Another thing that you could do is you could take the band and you could push your hair all the way forward. So it's kind of like cascading down like that, right? Which I really like to wear my puffs like that sometimes. So instead of it being right in the center of your head, it's like pushed forward. So you have like a little bit of like a puff and a bang happening at one time. That's another style that you could do. So there's all sorts of things that you can do when your wash and go is really good on the first day. Carmen, I actually mentioned that in the first video, but I will answer it here for you. These are goodie bands, and they come in like a pack of like 6 or 8, and I tend to use mine until the elastic like starts to break down, because once it starts, this is how it starts out, like this size, but once it starts to kind of stretch out, I really like to use that for like my puffs, because it actually doesn't hold the puff so tight, so it actually looks more voluminous, it looks bigger. And so I have a ton of these laying around the house. And so these are really great for all sorts of things. They're great for separating your hair when you're actually in the washing process. They're also really, really good for creating puffs. They're also, and the nice thing is that there's no like metal pieces, right? So it's not gonna snag your hair. I get these from a store here in Michigan called Meyer, but they're by Goodie. So, you know, you can find them anywhere. I'm sure they sell them at like Target and Walmart and all sorts of places, but they come in a pack of 6. And they also come in different colors, but I like the black ones just because they kind of blend in with my hair. Since it's a super, super dark brown, they blend in really, really well. And yeah, so that's where I get them from. You can I have seen them on Amazon also, but they're like exorbitantly priced on Amazon. They're like $12 or something, when this whole little pack will cost me like $4 at Meijer. So, but again, that is how I do my wash and go. So this second part is going to be a lot shorter than first part. First part was about 30 minutes or so, but this is how I would wear my wash and go, and this is how my wash and goes predictably turn out. As I mentioned in the first video, if you didn't see it, I'm going to mention this again. Your wash and go, if you want your wash and goes to look good, you have to remember a few things. The first thing is that the majority of how your hair performs and looks and turns out lies in about 50% is about what you've been doing to your hair. So you have to make sure that you've been caring for your hair in a really, really healthy way. You've been using ingredients that are super healthy for your hair. You've been moisturizing your hair on a consistent basis, because a really good wash and go has a lot of curl definition at the ends, right? And you can't get good curl definition if your hair is lacking moisture. Your hair needs to be moisturized consistently for a while before you can expect to get a good wash and go. You cannot be not caring for your hair great, really well for a while and then use one product and expect to have a great wash and go. It just doesn't really work like that. And the analogy I gave earlier is that a lot of times we're looking for that magic potion in a bottle, and it's like, oh, this is going to be my holy grail, this is going to be my magic potion, it's going to work and it's going to solve all my problems. And it's just like diet and exercise, right? You cannot eat whatever you want every day for like 3 to 6 months and then go to the gym or take a diet pill for a day or even a week, and then expect to undo all the stuff that you've done that you haven't done for 3 to 6 months, right? So it's the same thing with your hair, right? So there is no magic potion, there is no magic pill that's going to naturally give your hair that amazing wash and go. But what I don't want you to be discouraged, because you can get a great wash and go no matter what type of hair you have. If you guys were in this group earlier today, you saw that I posted I posted a photo of myself from 2002 when I tried to go natural the first time. And there are some people who are in this group who went to college with me, and they probably remember my hair looking busted and looking a mess like that. And my hair would never perform this way back then. So it has nothing to do with if you have 4C hair, or if you think that your hair is very hard, or if you think that you just can't get a good curl definition. That's not it at all. It has a lot to do with consistency. It has a lot to do with what you're doing to your hair on a regular basis and how well you've been taking care of your hair in the past 3 to 6 months, right? So that's the first thing. The second thing is that you have to make sure that your ends are in tip-top shape. You cannot have split ends and kind of messed up ends and expect to get a really good wash and go, because the look of your hair, remember, all this is going to be stretched out. The look of the wash and go really lies in the ends. So imagine that I had all of this hair and stretched out, and then this part was looking like all like split and damaged or whatever. This wash and go would not look like this on day one or any day, because my ends would be so raggedy, right? So you've got to make sure that your ends are together first. So go get yourself a trim before you throw in the towel with the wash and go. The third thing is that I lost my train of thought. Oh, it's also on how you dry your hair, right? So if you watched part 1, you saw that I washed my hair in the shower, got out the shower, and I wrapped my hair in a t-shirt towel, not a regular towel. Even when I put the t-shirt towel on my hair, I did not like rub my hair like this. I literally put it on and left it alone, right? That's what you have to do, because you do not want to disrupt the curl pattern in any way whatsoever. You want to maintain the curl pattern as much as possible. And then the fourth thing is in the technique and how you style it. So if you notice, when I came on tonight, when I was kind of raking through my hair, I put my fingers into the roots of my hair, and I pulled, and then I stopped before I got to the ends, because again, we don't want to disrupt the curl pattern. So the term wash and go has so many people thinking that you can just get up, wash your hair, and then go, and then they're frustrated because they can't do that. Well, most people can't do that. There's very, very, very few people that can actually wash and legit just go, right? You have to do some things in between. And so that term is really misleading. So again, I don't want you to be discouraged because you are unable to wash and just go. Because as you all watched today, I didn't wash and just go. This was an all-day process, right, of drying it and making sure that it did what it needed to do. Tawana is asking, what can you do to stretch your hair for the wash and go if you have a short haircut and can't pineapple your hair? So essentially, pineappling my hair in this case was just basically what a lot of people would call the banding method. So it's basically putting a band such as this on my hair and then pulling it up, like you said, to pineapple it and stretch it out. If you have shorter hair and you can't get all of your hair into one big puff, you can kind of do that in sections, right? So you can maybe section whatever part of your hair that you can get together. So you may want to do like the front. So this would be one section that you would part. And then you would maybe section this part over here. And that would be another section. So you would have several sections, several puffs all over your head if you have a really short haircut and you can't do it all at once. So let me know if that answers your question, but that will work just as well for someone who has a short haircut. Now, if you have like a TWA or essentially a teeny weeny afro, or let me rephrase that. If you have your hair cut really, really close, almost like a fade to your hair, you're probably not trying to do a wash and go, because you can't really do a wash and go because your hair is so close to your head. But if you have a TWA or teeny weeny afro and you have any semblance of hair that you can maybe gather together, you can do that method. You may not be able to use a band that's this big because you would have to wrap it around your hair several times, but you can find smaller bands that will work just well for you, Tawana, and folks who have really short haircuts. Okay, so again, several different ways that you can style this. Now, I know a lot of you are going to say, well, what can I do to my hair at night? Because right now it's like in the Midwest, it's Eastern time, so it's probably almost knocking on 9 o'clock, right? So it's like, well, what am I going to do to my hair to go to bed so that I can have this same thing in the morning, right? All right, so here's what we're going to do. When I go to bed, I take a band, the same band that I use for everything else we've been talking about, and I'm going to pineapple it, but I'm actually going to kind of put it into a little bit of a bun, like a really loose bun. So I'm going to show you how I do it. So instead of wrapping it around my neck and then pushing it up like I did earlier to show you the different hairstyles, I'm going to take this, wrap it around my hair a couple times, and I'm going to put my hair up, and I'm going to gather it all like this. Now remember, these roots are already stretched, right? So the nice thing is we don't have to worry about these roots at all. But these ends, now if you are like me, you are all over the bed at night and you may not actually have a really good looking hairstyle in the morning if you leave your ends out. So what I do is I take the band and I put it around my head, and instead of leaving it out, I'm just gonna kind of like tuck it in. And that's how I go to bed. I go to bed just like this. Okay, I do not wear a scarf, although sometimes I do wear a scarf, but for the most part I don't. I don't really wear a scarf to bed. I do sleep on a silk pillowcase. I used to have a satin pillowcase, but I found a silk pillowcase for a really good deal, so I bought that. Silk is better than satin, but if you cannot find a silk pillowcase, satin is just fine, provided that it is truly satin and not satin mixed with other stuff, okay? And I sleep on my satin pillowcase and I go to bed, and that's it. I don't do anything else. There's nothing fancy. I don't read, I don't twist or any of that stuff, right? I know a lot of people at nighttime, they go through all this drama and this whole production of going to bed. Like, look, I'm tired, I'm going to sleep. I'm not doing all that, right? I'm putting my hair in a bun and I'm going to bed. So this is not like a fancy schmancy, you know, bun or anything. I literally just pulled it up, tuck the ends in. Now when I wake up in the morning, I would literally just take this off, okay? I would shake it out. And the nice thing about doing it like this is because your ends, not your ends, I'm sorry, your roots are going to be even more stretched. So on day 2 and day 3, if you go to bed that way, the more days that you do this, the bigger and fuller your hair is going to be. So even though my hair looks like full and fluffy right now, tomorrow after I wake up, it's even going to be bigger and even more full. And then after about maybe 4 to 6 days, if I'm lucky, some weeks I'm able to get like a whole 7 days out of a wash and go. It will continue to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and then eventually it'll be wash day and I'll start over. All right. So wash and goes can be your friend. They can be super easy, and I know some of you in here have mastered wash and goes, so kudos to you. If you are someone who has not and you're frustrated, I know Kiki mentioned she was so frustrated with her hair because she couldn't get the wash and go right, and I was really excited because I already knew we were doing a wash and go Real Hair Revelations this week. So I hope that she's watching and gleaned some insight to how this may help her wash and go. Tamala says, I wish I could keep things on my head on for a long time. That will be ripped off before the night is over. Okay, so Tamala, maybe instead of just going to bed, maybe you put a scarf on or a bonnet, right? So you can still stretch your hair that way, but put on a scarf or maybe 2 scarves, like one scarf to kind of secure it, and another scarf maybe the other way. Maybe you wrap one this way and then wrap another one that way, so you kind of have like some security in case one kind of like slides off. Because I know how that is. Like your hair the stuff slides off in the middle of the night. Scarves always slide off my head. So that's why I don't really wear them that much. Because I know in the morning it ain't going to be there no way. So, so yeah, so try that. Maybe that will help. But the nice thing about doing the wash and go the way that I have taught you guys earlier today and today is that you can pretty much, once you get it down, you can pretty much get predictable results. So that's how I knew, because I do this all the time with my hair, I knew that I was going to be able to wash my hair on camera, come here and do this live and not have to worry about, oh my gosh, what if my hair doesn't come out right? Because every time I do it, it comes out this way because I've been doing it for long enough where I've kind of figured out a really good kind of like strategy, if you will, for the wash and go. So and I think that's what we all want, right? We want predictable, consistent results with our hair. We don't want to, like, one day have a great wash and go and then the next week have, you know, the wash and go sucks and then we have to, like, try and figure out something else to do with our hair before we go out the door. So I hope this has been helpful for you guys. Make sure you watch part 1. And then if you missed any of this, hey Jamie, if you missed any of this, start the video over and watch it and you'll see how I took it down. You'll also see a few different style options that I gave you guys. And then also I showed you how to kind of set it up to go to bed. So what I may do, depending if I have a chance, I may actually go ahead and put my hair up tonight and then tomorrow come on and show you guys the takedown for the overnight, because that's a big concern. I know people are like, well, great, it looks good on the first day, but day 2 is always like hit or miss. So I may, again, don't hold me to it, because my son has to go to school tomorrow. He has snow day today. So if I get a chance, I'll come on tomorrow morning, take it down. If that would be helpful for you guys, let me know. Like, drop a comment and let me know if you would like to see that, because I don't want to waste, like, your time. Or, like, you know, if you're like, oh, I got it, Gwen, then I won't worry about it. But if you're like, yeah, I really think it would help me to see how it looks actually overnight and then in the morning, let me know and I will actually come back on and I'll try to make sure I do that for you guys. All right. Oh, thank you, Carmen. Oh, you're so sweet. All right. Let's see. Tamala said, no, I don't like things on my head. I have to use a silk pillowcase because I can't keep anything on for more than an hour or 2. I understand. Okay. I got you. All right. Well, do I have gift boxes for a person to try? Angela, I don't know what you mean. We have our Hello Gorgeous hair care system, if that's what you mean. We do have that, which is available on the website, naturalicious.net. Let's see. Vernicia says, maybe you can also start selling pillowcases. Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so. I do know, like I said, we have the t-shirt towels coming for you guys really, really soon, because a lot of you guys are like, I need a t-shirt towel, Gwen, where can I get a t-shirt towel? So we do have those coming for you very soon. Hopefully we'll be able to get those to you right around the first part of the new year, like January, February, something like that. So trying to make sure that we always serve you guys and that we are giving you what you need, not just things that, you know, we think, you know, oh, let's just create another product just to have another one of many. Like, no, it's like, let's create things that they need in their lives that will enhance their hair, make it beautiful, and make their lives easier. So that's kind of what we always, every meeting that we have, that's always the goal, to create things to serve you all in the best way possible. Angela says, you want to buy it for your sister. Okay, cool. So if you go to naturalicious.net, and I can drop the link after I get off, you can find our Hello Gorgeous hair care system, and that is our most popular product. It is a 3-step system, does the work of 12 products, all that jazz, and I will actually drop the link for you, and you can pick that up for your sister if you like. By the way, you guys, if you are watching this live, if you're watching this on the replay, this may not apply to you, but if you're watching this live, tomorrow, which is December 15th, is the last day for guaranteed shipping to arrive to you by Christmas Eve. So we cannot guarantee that it's going to get there if you purchase after tomorrow. So, Tracy, are we going to have an after Christmas sale? Probably not. We probably won't have an after Christmas sale. We will have a sale tomorrow, though. We will have a sale tomorrow. The sale tomorrow is going to be free shipping on everything because it's the last day to get your product in hand before Christmas Eve. So that will happen tomorrow. And I'll drop the link in here when that happens. All right. So, but yeah, we probably won't have an after Christmas sale because we've had a number of sales in the past couple of weeks just because of Black Friday. And then, as you know, we had the large sizes dropped, and then we discounted those for you guys who were in the group. They weren't discounted for everybody else. They were just discounted for you guys. So yeah, we'll probably do that. So yeah, tomorrow, keep your eyes peeled. I will post the link in the group. We will have a sale tomorrow. Free shipping on everything because it's the last day. It's actually free shipping day. Actually, it's National Free Shipping Day. I don't know if you guys even knew this existed. But it's National Free Shipping Day, and it is the last day that we can guarantee that you will get your item in hand before Christmas. So if you're looking for a gift for a friend or a sister or a family member or your mama or yourself, tomorrow will be the day to get it because it will be free shipping on everything. One more thing is that I don't know if you guys saw it, but for the holidays, we are giving away gift cards. You get some gift cards free if you buy a certain amount of a gift card. So if you are someone who loves our products and you buy a $20 gift card, you will get a $5 gift card for free. So essentially you get $25. So yes, you could buy a gift card for a friend and then you would get $5, or you could just buy a $20 gift card for yourself and then get $5 for free, and then you have $25 to use, but you only spend $20. If you buy a $50 gift card, you actually get a $10 gift card for free. So essentially that's $60 you would get if you bought a $50 gift card. And if you buy a $100 gift card, you get a $20 gift card for free. So if you buy a $100 gift card, you get $120 basically for the cost of $100. So that's going on now through the holidays as well. So if you are someone who's like, oh, I got to get a gift for a friend or whoever, I don't really know what she wants, you can get that, and then you can give yourself a gift card as well. But that ends on December 24th. All right, so if you want that, that's available to you guys as well. So thank you guys for watching. I hope that this video has been helpful for you, this two-part series. And again, drop a link or drop your comments below and let me know if it would benefit you for me to come on tomorrow morning and do the actual takedown from the overnight style, so you can see how to like make the wash and go work for several days. All right, so I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. Mwah.